college?
No.
That's all the better. That means you probably your mind won't be strived. What are you doing now? Do you work?
Oh, yeah. I got my own little business.
Are you married?
No.
What kind of business do you have?
It's a small little manufacturing business.
What do you manufacture?
I'd rather not say.
Is it selling well?
So it's lacking marketing ability right now. It's marketing, that's the problem right now.
Okay. You consider yourself successful? Would you be willing
money-wise,
to
no.
Would you be willing to expand? How many people do you have working for you?
Me.
Just you?
Mm-hmm.
You're just by yourself?
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that what you're manufacturing?
Not really. I like to.
Is it illegal?
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
You're manufacturing something illegal, right?
No, legal.
Legal.
No, it's very legal.
Well, why can't you tell me what it is? Are you ashamed of it?
No.
Is it something that I would use or most people would use?
Well, it's for a special group of people. You know, it's not everybody's into it.
Wait a second. Do you make long robes with hoods?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it some form of sexual device?
No, nothing like that, Rock. It's just in the line of pet field. Pets.
And what seems to be the problem? You're not, you want to expand, you say? You're not making enough money? What? Marketing.
Yeah, the marketing is the problem. That's one of the things. But there's also other things I'm capable of doing, too, but it's like, you know, which one should I go for, you know?
Well, the ones you should go for is really what you should strive for. Is whatever makes you happy. It's not the most important thing in this world is not making more money than you would say another aspect. As far as marketing goes, it's not only marketing. I run a certain business here in town myself. One of my businesses. There's no sign out, and it's all word of mouth advertising.
Kind of like your organization.
I've got more work than I can do.
Right.
That's besides my organization. I don't make.
I was saying it was kind of like your organization.
Mm-hmm. I don't make any money by being in my organization. I have about 8 different businesses I'm into. I have at least 48 people working for me now. I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm a self-made millionaire, and I didn't go to junior college. I didn't go to high school. Mm-hmm. I'm in a position now where I could quit work and never have to work again. Do you have time to listen to me how I made my money?
Sure, tell me about it.
Let me tell you what I've done.
Can you give me some time, Robert?
Sure.
Okay, look, I'm 32 years old now, and when I was 14 years old, I started working. And the way I started working, I mowed yards after school.
Right.
I had about 4 yards I mowed, and I got about probably 12 accounts up. And remember, this was 1969. And your average around this area cutting a lawn was about $5, but that didn't include edging and all the other aspects. But I got up quite a business, and I started getting into automobiles, antique automobiles. And I remember I bought a 55 Ford Crown Victoria, and I had about $400 in the bank, and it was enough to buy the car, and I bought the car. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't old enough to drive the car, so I had a friend drive it home. I got the thing running, and I sold the car within 3 weeks, and I doubled my money. Mm-hmm. I took the money and went out and bought another car. And I started, making quite a bit of money that I give up the lawn business. So then I got into buying old cars, and I got to the point where I would start buying older cars, like out of the 30s. I got into the Fords, and I got to the point where I even found a 53 Corvette one time, and I paid, I think it was, about $800 for a 53 Corvette back in early 1970. Needed a lot of work and all, but I sold the car for $10,000, and I started investing my money in cars. I bought any antique part I could possibly get my hands on, I bought. Whether I could use it, had any use for it, and it didn't matter whether it was for a Studebaker or a Henry J. I bought it. Maxwell, it didn't matter. And I've invested my money this way, and I took the money I did have and went in with a friend of mine and bought a house. But I didn't live in a house. I was still in high school. I didn't have enough money to, take care of a house. So I rented it out. I rented it out to 2 different families. And the house was not a good house. It wasn't even in a good neighborhood, but I bought it. And I let the people renting it pay for it. And half the money that I got and half the money my other friend got, we bought another house. Did the same thing. And it started to snowball. Then he got into antique cars. And right now, all right, this is, figure it up. I was 14 years old when I started. I'm 32 now. I own 3 laundromats. I own a dinner club in Norfolk, Virginia. I own between me and my associates, we own over 800 acres in Cana, Virginia. I own 3 different antique restoration shops in the United States. And right now I'm getting together with some more associates of mine. We're going to start a transport service for antique automobiles that we will be insuring by our own validity. And that's how I made my money. And I know a guy right now that he's going to do it, and listen to this little story. He's gotten into bodybuilding, and he's big, and he's very defined, and he has good muscle clarity. And he believes he's very photogenic. He believes that he's going to be probably one of your top bodybuilders. Now, Tony Little here is very well known in this area. He has his own show now. He's much bigger in stature. Tony Little is short, and he's not as defined. He doesn't have the muscle clarity.
Tony Little doesn't have it.
No, he doesn't. He'll never be a Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or somebody like this, Albert Beckles or somebody
I know
like this.
Tony Little.
But he believes that once he gets big enough and great enough that he's not going to go for Mr. Florida. He's going to go for Mr. Olympia. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that except maybe Larry Scott. And Larry Scott, he was, I think, your first Mr. Olympia, if I'm not mistaken. And Frank Zane was Mr. Olympia, I think, 3 times in a row. But these people have made, there's people that are bigger than people like Frank Zane and Albert Beckles and people like this, but...
Bigger than Frank Zane?
Yes, you know who Frank Zane is?
No, I'm the biggest.
He was Mr. Olympia for 3 years in a row. You know who Franco Colombo is?
He also lives in Tarpon Springs.
Do you know Franco Colombo?
Yeah.
All right. Now, he's another man.
Chiropractor.
Yes, he is a chiropractor. He was a boxer at one time.
Right.
And he killed a man in the boxing ring because
I didn't know
he was
about
so
that
strong
part of
and powerful.
He what?
He was so strong and powerful, he killed a man.
Really?
Yes, he did, in the
I didn't
boxing
know that.
ring. And when he was very into bodybuilding, and he gave up boxing, and he's a chiropractor, and he was studying that, but he was one of the men that, only men in the world that could blow up a hot water ball and blow it up with his lungs.
I've seen him do that on TV.
And there's very
Quite a
few people
skill.
can do that. But look at Sergio Olivia, the Cuban.
Yeah.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger himself said that he was probably unbeatable.
He couldn't stop growing.
Well, he couldn't stop John Hanley either. He's been Mr. Olympia, I think, now 3 years in a row.
Well, gentlemen, I hate
How
to...
do we get into body? How do we get from...
Yes, I hate to interrupt this, but I've got to take a break.
Oh, we can come back after the break.
Well, there are other people that want to talk to Dr. Rocky, too.
Oh, can we make it a 4 or 5-way?
No, that much, that I can't go.
I still have something to ask you, though, Bob.
What's that?
Well, it's kind of like, I was going to say congratulations. I don't know if the information is right or not. Congratulations. An acquaintance of mine is that true? Well, now listen, I only heard this secondhand. Is this anything of fact, or is this fallacy, or is it any truth somewhere in the line, or?
There is no Mary Turner.
Well, you know which one. Well, the girl that comes on radio, does Dateline or whatever.
Well, her name isn't really Mary Turner.
Well, okay, but I mean, as far as the show goes, we know what we're talking about anyway.
Yes, it is true.
That girl.
Yes, it is true.
It is true?
Yes, it is.
You're getting married?
Yes.
You're serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Really?
Really?
Well, when's the wedding?
The date has not totally been set yet.
But you and Mary, I had a I had a feeling that was so because I used to see her come over and kiss you at the bar, or at least talk to you real close or something. I know.
I should have stayed home tonight.
I know you got good taste.
Yes, it is true.
She must like your brain.
That's
must be
probably true. Yes.
But this is true.
Yes, it's true.
You and Mary Turner are going to get married.
Yes.
All right. Should we be announcing this on the radio now? Everybody's going to be congratulating you.
I certainly do hope not. Must run along and take a break now.
Well, congratulations, Bob.
Thank you much.
Announce it, and I'll come over there, and maybe I can bring some showgirls or something.
Well, that would be pleasant. Thank you much.
Yeah.
Rocky, you just stay right there, okay?
All right.
All right, I'll put you on hold. We'll take a break. Oh, my God, how did this happen? And return.
Listen to